love money. The energy this little piece of paper holds is real. It makes people act weird. A little swipe with this card can bring pizza to my doorstep, or grant me a 3-week vacation, a fancy vacation on the other side of the planet. There seems to be no limit what this little man-made illusion can buy you. So it's quite natural that we would only want more of it. Ooh, it's kind of dirty. But how much more is actually enough for us to be satisfied? Is chasing money for just money's sake good for your sanity? Cause at some point the value that you get from the stuff must surely diminish. Well, maybe after you get that Ferrari or that mansion in the Hollywood Hills, or a private jet, or your own island with a little amusement park on top, then maybe. So guys and girls, let's talk money. Always wanted to do that. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Ken. I'm just a simple dude who has too many thoughts in his head about this life, existence, and the world that we share. Now, I am by no means an expert on money or them otherwise subjects that I talk about with burning passion, but I do want to constantly learn and be better. And this channel is where I kind of make sense of my inner world and hopefully provide some value and entertainment to you. So if you want more crackingly wise videos, then maybe consider subscribing and see where this mad rabbit hole takes you. Thanks. What would you buy if you had 100 money, your currency? I would probably take my family out for some good Indian food, or maybe a cinema night. What would you buy if you had 1 million of your money? I'd probably pay my debts, that's reasonable. Buy a bigger house. A Mustang, maybe? Now, what would you buy if you had unlimited money? What would I buy? Trip to the moon? Biggest pizza in the world? Yeah, biggest pizza in the world. If you cannot answer these questions, then maybe having a lot of money can actually be harmful for you. We've all heard about the big lottery winners who ended up much worse than they were before. Because without discipline and without plan, this little piece of energy can spiral out of control. So first thing you need is clarity. Say you want to be a millionaire. What do you want the money for? Happiness? What does happiness actually look like? How much does happiness cost you? A cozy home with a back garden pool? Well, that's maybe 400k depending where you live. A nice 2 vacations in a year with your family? That's much cheaper, I think maybe 10k a year. So then grinding after 1 million would be a waste of your nerve cells and an opposite direction from your happiness. If you lust for items, recognition, the numbers on your bank account, then at one point the enjoyment you get out of these things must surely plateau, right? Plateau. Like, think about it. We all need clothes, food and shelter. That can all be covered by a reasonable salary of 1k a year, depending where you live and your currency, of course. At some point you gotta take a step back and realize, okay, I have a good home, I have a good car, I have a good job, I travel regularly, I eat out at fancy restaurants, and I have some savings and investments for rainy days. Should I get more money? Or should I start living my life? Haven't we all wondered how the mega rich spend their days? You know, the ones who have 30 cars and 100 camels and 6 mansions and 2 castles and 4 planes and 2 islands and then 130 parking places for them cars and camels. Are they truly satisfied in life? Because what does a man want? A man who has all the power? More power, I suppose. Although I am that guy who talks about balance and moderation, right now just forget about moderation. If you do want all that stuff, then go for it. But better make sure that these things really bring you that physical, spiritual and emotional relief that you're so desperately missing. Which is ultimately the foundation of all things. Your emotions. How you feel about this world. Otherwise, a simple slice of pizza could provide the same level of happiness with the right mindset. When you have figured out what items do you want to plateau on that craft, then you have to manifest these items in your mind first. Get laser focus on what is the object of your desire and what emotion will it produce. Last step is taking action. Getting that money. I love doing that. Where did you go? Guys, I'm sorry. I actually kind of lied in my title. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. Some people might seem rich. Well, you look at her. She has a good house, a nice looking car. She plays regular tennis in a local clubhouse. Oh, and she's a pilot. Well, that's badass. That's badass. With lots of stuff comes lots of expenses. Mortgages, car leases, club membership, kids' tuition, bills, etc, etc. If something were to happen and she wouldn't be able to work for a month, okay, maybe she'll be fine. I'm cutting into her savings, but no problemo. If she would be out of a job for 4 months because, nobody would fly anymore, happens, then her stuff, her items, her lifestyle, it would be in serious trouble. Rich is having a lot of money. Wealthy is not even worrying about money. Rich is always wanting a bigger salary, more stuff to look good in the eyes of the society. But wealthy is following your dreams and being truly happy. So how do you start with being wealthy? As I've said, I am no expert on money, but I do know one right step that you can take towards a better path. Investing into anything is a really smart idea. Nowadays you can start so easily. Just download an app, visit the website, set up your account, bada bim bada boom, Start small, just 100 of your money in a month. It will accumulate over time. Throwing them down, picking them up. Because working just doesn't cut it. You only have 24 hours in a day to get that cash, If you invest, the money works independently from you. And there is no limit. And the money works, it's just not sitting in a sock somewhere. It is like saving, but smarter. Avalanche was also started by a single snowflake, so go out there and start rolling your snowball. The best book I can recommend, I guess, is because I'm not a money guy, I'm the great wise guy.
Oh, a wise guy, huh?
Is Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. It changed my perspective on money some 20 years ago. And if you haven't read it, it's a pretty good place to start. Now, it's not an investing book per se, but it's a really good start of a right mindset on money. Okie dokie, I'll end with some wise words.
Wise guy, huh?
Real wealth comes not from things or numbers on your bank account. It is the freedom to live how you choose. Make your own choices, make your own mistakes. Real treasure is meaningful connections with others. Real joy comes from following your passion and your dreams. And you can feel wealthy without planes or trains or mountains of gold. So figure out what items, what numbers, what lifestyle will be your peak. And go conquer that. And hey, if you get lost and want some more motivation along the way, then check out my other videos. They're pretty good too, getting better. I am passionate about making the complex simpler, and by showing you that how one simple dude can get his life together, then so can you. Well, have a lovely grind, and I'll see you in the next mad rabbit hole. Bye. Should probably wash my hands now and my face. Oh.